All right, let's dive right into one of the most incredible stories from the ancient epic, the Mahabharata. It's a tale packed with revenge, powerful magic, and a journey that is about to change the fate of an entire kingdom. You're not going to want to miss this.
So let's start with a question that sounds, well, impossible, right? A hero from a pot, a princess from a fire. It sounds like something out of a myth. But in the world of Mahabharata, this is very, very real. And it's this exact mystery that catches the attention of our heroes, the five Pandava brothers.
So who is this princess that sparks this whole adventure? Her name is Draupadi, and she is described as being almost otherworldly. A wandering ascetic tells the Pandavas about her, painting a picture of a woman so divine her fragrance could be smelled from 2 miles away. But it's the story of how she came to be that really gets them hooked. And here's where it gets truly wild. Draupadi wasn't born in the way you and I think of it. No, she was created, literally forged from a sacred fire. And it was all part of a desperate king's master plan to settle a very old score.
You see, King Drupada's motivation was pure, uncut vengeance. He'd been publicly shamed by his old friend Drona and lost half his kingdom in the process. He knew he couldn't win a fair fight, so he turned to a much higher power. He sought out Brahmins to perform a massive fire sacrifice with 2 very specific requests. First, a son powerful enough to kill Drona, and second, a daughter so beautiful she could be married to the greatest hero of the age, Arjuna.
And believe it or not, the ritual works. It works spectacularly. First, this incredible godlike warrior just erupts from the flames, already wearing a golden crown and armor, roaring as he leaps onto a chariot. And right behind him emerges the princess, Draupadi. So stunning, she captivates everyone who lays eyes on her.
And as if that wasn't dramatic enough, a voice from the heavens just booms out, laying out their destinies right then and there. The boy, who would be named Drishtadyumna, was fated to kill Drona, and the girl, Draupadi, was destined to bring about the end of the warrior class. Their epic roles were literally sealed from the moment of their creation.
Okay, so we have these 2 incredible beings born from fire. How does this connect back to our heroes, the Pandava brothers? Well, they hear this amazing story while they're living in hiding, disguised as poor Brahmins. And for them, this isn't just a fascinating tale, it's a call to adventure. You have to remember, these are heroes without a quest, living in exile. So when they hear about this fire-born princess and the contest, a Swayamvara, where she will choose her husband, it's like a light goes on. This is their chance to step back into their true identities and reclaim their purpose.
And it's not just them. Their mother, the wise Kunti, sees this fire in their eyes and tells them, go. But then, they get the ultimate confirmation. The great sage Vyasadeva himself shows up and tells them point blank, you have to go to Panchala, and Arjuna, you must win the princess. Suddenly, it's not just a wish, it's a divine mission.
So the brothers are off, right? Full of purpose, ready to win the princess. But of course, it's never that easy in an epic, is it? Their journey hits its first major snag at the banks of the holy river Ganges.
Just picture this. It's the dead of night. The only light is from a single torch held by Arjuna as he leads his mother and 4 brothers along the riverbank. They're trying to find a safe place to cross when, out of nowhere, they're stopped in their tracks.
A voice just thunders out of the darkness. It's a Gandharva, a powerful celestial being named Angaraparna, and he is not happy to see them. He rises from the water, tells them the night belongs to him, and gives them a simple choice: leave or die.
Now you might think they'd be terrified, but not Arjuna. He's one of the greatest warriors alive. He calmly tells the Gandharva that the river is for everyone, and then he drops a bombshell. He warns him that he possesses the Agneastra, a celestial fire weapon given to him by none other than Drona, the very man his future brother-in-law is destined to kill. Talk about irony.
So a huge fight is about to break out, right? Well, not exactly. What happens next is what makes these heroes so special. This battle doesn't end in bloodshed. It ends in a powerful and totally unexpected alliance.
Arjuna's attack is swift and precise. He doesn't go for the kill. He just incinerates the Gandharva's pride and joy, his beautiful chariot. The guy's original name, Citraratha, literally meant he of the beautiful chariot. After Arjuna is done, he renames himself Dagdaratha, he of the burnt chariot.
The Gandharva is humbled, but also grateful for the mercy he's been shown. He offers Arjuna an incredible power, a kind of divine sight called Chakshushi. But Arjuna, being Arjuna, won't accept a handout. So they make a trade of equals, the secret to divine sight in exchange for the mantra to the celestial fire weapon.
And then the Gandharva explains something absolutely crucial. He tells Arjuna why he, a mortal, was able to defeat a celestial being so easily. It wasn't just about raw skill, it was about Arjuna's spiritual discipline, specifically his vow of celibacy, which made his power basically unstoppable. His strength was more than just physical, it was spiritual.
But honestly, the most important thing they get from this whole encounter isn't a superpower or some cool horses. It's a piece of advice, a piece of wisdom that will change everything for them. The Gandharva tells them that if they truly want to succeed, they need a qualified priest to guide their path.
So they don't just sit on this advice, they act on it immediately. Their quest for the princess now has a new, super important side quest, finding the perfect spiritual guide to complete their team.
Their new Gandharva friend, Angaraparna, points them in the right direction. He tells them exactly who to find and where to find him, a wise Brahmin named Damya living in a nearby hermitage. So, off they go. And when they meet him, Damya immediately recognizes their destiny and agrees to be their guide. You can just imagine the relief, the joy. For the Pandava brothers, this is a huge moment. With a wise priest now leading them, they feel like victory is not just possible, but inevitable. And so, with their party finally complete, they march towards Panchala and the great contest. They're heroes in disguise, armed with celestial knowledge and divine guidance. But the Svayambara is a gathering of the world's greatest kings and princes. The big question is, how are 5 guys dressed as poor Brahmins going to fare in a court full of royalty, with the fate of a kingdom hanging in the balance?